Hi Jack, here's some ideas about how to practice vibrato, and I think you wanted me to play some of this beret for you as well. So the vibrato practice that I had in mind, you were specifically asking about changing bow and doing vibrato. The example was in the first pickup in the first note of the beret. So you mentioned, well, you could do vibrato on long notes. The bow changes started causing an issue, yeah? So practicing vibrato in a bow change, I don't know, I find it's always best to practice vibrato it's easiest in third position, just because your hand is not back here and it's not restricted like it is in fourth position. So if I want to practice changing bows, pick any speed I want. I can do short bows, long bows. You set up your metronome, I don't know, 60. Once you're that fast, you're probably not doing vibrato because it doesn't really do anything. And it starts getting pretty weird. But yeah, I've been in orchestra before where I was encouraged to vibrate. Even at speeds that are that quick. Now, how about from note to note? You could set up a little drill. Again, just close third position. Going back and forth between all possible finger combinations. So now from rather 1-2, we're going 1-3. 1-4. Then we start with 2, 2-3, and 2-4. And then 3-4. And I was doing that in a slur, and I was repeating each note. You can do note changes and bow changes. Slurring more than 2. And so on. Now, there's string crossings as well, shifts. Those are other obstacles when it comes to a continuous vibrato. Here's a shift. Here's a string crossing. So for string crossings, maybe worry about connecting vibrato through shifts a little later. But string crossings, that's not ridiculous yet, or that's not super hard. And you're running across that already. Let's say you had two half notes, you know. So there's an etude in the Schroeder book. I'm just slowing it way down, you know. Yeah, or even just a straight arpeggio out of a scale book. In your scales as well. Bourrée, let's play some of that. There's also some ideas about vibrato and finger action that you kind of pop into it by giving a little tap, or the momentum of sort of plopping into the finger can be sort of the momentum that sets off the vibrato motion. I've seen that before. I think I do it to some extent. It also creates a clean start to the note when you're moving from note to note and using vibrato, so that you don't end up with one of those where the string slowly releases to the next note, but rather that gives the impression that the vibrato just went straight through to the next note. One thing I like to focus on in order to keep the vibrato consistent, whether that's across the string or through a shift, is that I focus on the big motion that's really powering the whole thing. And regardless of what I'm doing, I'm telling myself I'm not gonna stop doing that motion. And somehow, whatever move I need to make, whether it's a shift or a bow change or anything, this won't be influenced. I'm going to keep doing this at the same rate of speed and at the same width. And if I think here, it's like, you know, no matter what happens, this is happening. That's kind of the idea. Let's see. I guess that covers it. Here's for measure 17. It's a good example. This is measure 21. Pick up to measure 21 in Bourrée. You know, I have two G's here, just like in the beginning. So there's no reason, I have plenty of time to do some vibrato on those. I also have the equivalent of a half note coming up at the end of the measure with this figure, plus another one, so a dotted half worth of F's in measure 21, and the downbeat of 22. there's one where you can just keep the vibrato moving. Whatever this is doing, I'm on that F for 3 beats. So once I arrive at it, I can just start shaking and stay on it. Okay, hope that gives you a few ideas. And yeah, hope to see you sometime this weekend.